Alright, the patch notes is out. I haven't been posting as much because I'm playing Mobile Legends like a lot. But yeah, I'm still playing the game. Meta Yunchuan is going to be the next unit. He's going to be a defender. Oh, hell nah. Wuyu is going to be back in the meta, who counters high DPS units. Ability 1, deals damage to one enemy 2 times based on defense. If the enemy's defense is below Yunchuan's, Screamer performs a pursuit attack. Screamer deals damage to one enemy 2 times based on defense, reduces the max HP limit, heals Yunchuan. Ability 2, Yunchuan gains a few stacks of immovable object at the start of combat. Each stack reduces damage from all enemies. After an enemy's active turn ends, reduces 1 stack of immovable object. Taking hits while immovable object is active heals all allies. When all stacks of immovable object is removed, cast Skyward Strike. S3 is deals damage to all enemies 2 times based on defense. When Yunchuan has accentuated buff, again with this accentuated buff. So all 3 of the releases so far has something to do with accentuated buff. So you definitely need to have Lu Sheng at this point. So when he has accentuated buff, deals extra true damage and reduces the enemy's max HP. Ascension, Skyward Strike can't be resisted and will miss, inflicts sear on all enemies. He seems pretty decent. I don't think he's OP or anything, especially for PvE. I think he's mostly for PvP in a Wuyu team, so that you have another healer in your team. At this point, you have Sakura, you have Lian. You can probably remove Lian for sure at this point, just to put in Yunchuan for the start of turn healing. You also have Yamato for the heals. Your Wuyu team at this point is just unkillable. R1 is the same as the Liling's one. 5% additional stats for each resonance phase for your normal Yunchuan. So if you have normal Yunchuan at R6, it's going to give you additional 30 or 45% additional stats at R1. That's a massive boost. R2 is enhances the effects of removable object. Probably more healing and also more damage reduction or something. R3 is base attack, defense, and base HP plus 15%. R4 is at the start of Yunchuan's turn. If his HP is above a certain percentage, he gains damage mitigation. If his HP is below a certain percentage, he gains healing efficacy up. And then R6 is when all stacks of immovable object expire, cast Skyward Strike, then all allies gains a bonus turn. Ooh, okay. But he doesn't really gain the immovable object again once it expires, right? When it expires, he casts his S3, but then when he casts his S3, he will only just do extra damage and also reduces the enemy's max HP. He seems decent. He doesn't really seem OP or anything. Once again, especially for PvE, right? I don't think he's going to be good for PvE at all, because he doesn't really do any pursuit attacks or anything outside of his turns except for this one right here. Because he will only pursuit attack with his S1 when he has more defense. You can obtain him from the pass, same as Liling, and you also cannot use club stickers or ripple boxes. That's annoying. This is wild. What is this? Hue Coyote. Alright, whatever. Wenlock, 5-star Wind Esper, is a support who can grant allies crit rate up and crit damage up. Ability 1 deals damage to one enemy based on attack and inflicts crit raises down. Ability 2, when allies deal critical damage, increases their damage. When they deal non-critical damage, they deal extra true damage based on attack and crit damage, and reduces target's crit resist throughout combat, up to a limited amount. Triggers once per turn. Ability 3 attacks all enemies multiple times. Each hit has a chance of dispelling several buffs. At the end of this ability, inflicts attack down and crit rate down on all enemies. Ascension. Before allies' active turn starts, grant them crit rate up and crit damage up. When allies deal critical damage, increases their damage when they deal... Wait, it's the same as the passive. What? It's the same as the passive. I don't know if this one stacks with the S2 or not. It's the exact same description as this one. Okay. Resonance R1, S3 final damage plus 10%. R2, before allies' turn starts, if they have crit rate up or crit damage up, their ability cooldowns -1 turn. Ooh. At this point, -1 turn is not really that huge, because if you're running Lu Sheng, your supports are already getting -1 turn. Maybe with this one you can get like S3 spamming like crazy, but I don't know. We'll see though, because this one works with crit rate up and also crit damage up, right? Which, if you're running Feng Shun, your crit damage up is pretty much 100% of the time. Upon successfully dispelling or stealing buffs, reduces the max HP by a certain percentage. R6 is before allies active turn starts, gain 5, take 5, expires at the end of the turn. Take 5 is can't be damaged. Dealing damage won't trigger counter attacks. Recovers HP based on damage dealt. His R6 is also once again for PvP mostly. You don't really need him to be R6 for PvE. But I think you do need to get him R0, because depending on how much this damage increase when you crit or when you don't crit, he might be a very good support alongside with like your best DPSs, right? Like Elif or Embla. But it's getting pretty tight at this point to even run like a very good support in the Elif or Embla team, because 4 of the slots are pretty much locked at this point. You need Feng Shun, you need Lu Sheng, you need Yu Jing. Maybe Yu Jing could be removed at this point to add in this guy. And then the other one is going to be your DPS, right? Elif or Embla, whichever it is. And you only have 1 slot to play around. And that 1 slot is usually Mateo or another support like Chuan Pin. And then maybe you can slot out Chuan Pin or Mateo for this guy. Again, it really depends on how much he boosts the damage. If it's not that high, he's not going to be that good. Okay, he's only going to be obtained from Championship. And you also cannot use Club Stickers and Ripple Boxes. This is pretty bad. Most of the new espers, you can't use Club Stickers and Ripple Boxes anymore. Except for the summonable ones, which is kind of annoying. Anomaly Season 2 and Phase 3 is going to be released. Pretty much the same as the Liling's one. But this time you're going to get Yunchuan, Meta Yunchuan. For the Esper event, you're going to get Loyalty Chest 5, which gives you... Okay, Yunchuan, nice. If you don't have Yunchuan R2, he's still decent in PvE. Yunchuan, Liling, Tangxuan is pretty much a skip. Gabrielle, Clara, Sienna, Brewster, Ollie, and Ife. I guess number 1 choice is going to be Yunchuan or Brewster. And then it's either going to be Ollie, Gabrielle, Clara, Sienna, Liling first, and then Tangxuan, and then probably Ife. Battle Redux is also going to be back, so you're going to also get the divinates for these espers right here. Okay, so the event pool is going to be Yunchuan, Brewster. You can get both of them from the event, so I really don't advise you guys to summon for them. Phase 2 is going to be Jinchu and Nora. And then Phase 3 is going to be Ggez and Clara. You can pretty much skip all of this. Even Jinchu at this point. Even at R6, he's pretty bad at this point because of Amir in the team or in the meta right now. And just like a bunch of espers just completely ignore his shield mechanic. You need him to be at R6 D6. And if you have him at R6 D3, he's going to be pretty bad still. You're still going to lose against a bunch of comps because of the stats. He is a very stat-hungry esper, and his stats can't really carry him that far in the PvP meta right now. Alright, Championship is going to be up. It's going to be for Gear Up, Ritual Miracle Fafnir, and Desolate Lens Shadow Stream. Gear Up is going to be for obtain equipment. Any equipment that you obtain is going to give you points. Even if you obtain it from boxes or crafting it, it's going to give you points. Okay, Hero on Box is going to be back. Boom Boom Gacha, Boom Boom's Treasure Kingdom. I don't know what this is. I can't really remember what it is. Okay, adjustments and improvements. Added team mode to Triple Threat. Allowing clubs with fewer than 10 participants to take part. Okay, this is nice. Because most of the club in the honor server, like the number 1 server, is pretty dead. So they can't really participate anymore. But with this one, it's kind of nice. You can participate now and get the rewards for that. Because the rewards for Triple Threat is actually quite big. Added equipment recommendations. You can now view popular equipment sets, main attributes, and secondary attributes in the Esper equipment filtering screen. You can switch to check specific usage rates. Not bad. Improved battle speed settings allows players to select 1, 2, 3, and ooh, nice. Because a lot of players are complaining that 5 times speed is way too fast. I do agree, but I do like the 5 times speed. The problem is that they set 5 times speed as the default. Hopefully they don't set 5 times speed as the default. Maybe set it at 3 times speed, so it's not too fast for everyone. Because once again, I do agree 5 times speed is crazy fast, but I do like it. It's just that 5 times speed is the default now. Nice quality of life update, definitely. As for the espers, I think Yunchuan is mostly a PvP character. Wu Yu might be back, but we don't know just yet because he is only there for healing in the team. His R6 is going to be very strong for PvP, but once again, it's not really going to be that good for PvE, I don't think. Again, for PvE, he's not really pursuing. He doesn't really do damage outside of his turns. So I don't think he's going to be that good. Even R2 Yunchuan, the normal Yunchuan, is going to be better than him in PvE, I think. As for Wenlock, I think this one could be decent depending on the multipliers, but it's pretty tight to even run a support in the best team possible right now. Again, we're talking about the best possible team, right? For Falsetto Fantasy, the 4 slots are pretty much locked. You cannot really swap them out for anything at this point. And those 4 slots are R6 Elif, Yu Jing, doesn't matter what her resonance is, Feng Shun, one of them, because Feng Shun is Elif's best friend. And then the last slot is going to be Lu Shang. Lu Shang will never be removed from the team. He is the most broken support in the game. And then Feng Shun is the most broken support for Elif. The only flexible spot you have is the last spot, which is currently people are running either Mateo, Embla, Zihi, or Shuanpin. So you can either remove that flexible spot, or if you can't remove that flexible spot for some reason, because for Phobiter you cannot really remove Mateo or Embla, you need the disease debuff, then you have to remove the Yu Jing. Yu Jing is the second spot to be removed from the team. And that's the reason why I say Yu Jing is not really a must summon. She is good, but she is not a must summon. That's about it. Pretty good update. And yeah, ciao. Hue Hue Coyote.